Hello again, YouTube. It's Got J6 back once again, and I've got things basically organized now, thankfully. Today's mission is actually going to be to create a slime farm. I'll sort of walk you through the steps of that, or maybe I'll just do it all myself. I'm not entirely decided yet. Where are those chests? There they are. However, I found a rather ideal location for this thing quite a long ways away. So that is actually where I'm going to head second. The first place we want to go is back to Galactic Spire to enchant another pickaxe, because as we can see, this one is getting rather low. I'm not actually also interested in Silk Touch at the moment, but another efficiency and unbreaking would be rather nice. So we'll see about that. Now the real fun bit of this is I need to get up to level 30 to make sure that I have the maximum enchantment power possible. So I guess I've got a few mobs to kill before we get there. Which, well, I'll take care of that. Here we are, but I only got up to 27. Honestly, because I spent most of the time attacking sheep, as you can see, rather than more lucrative mobs. There we are. I'll take care of that. It took nearly forever. You know, there comes a point in this game where you really just need some harder mobs to fight. And that's the honest truth. Anyway, though, no need to complain about it now. There's 30 experience, and let's go enchant the other pickaxe. You know, I wish I would have brought... Well, what can we get? What do we get? Efficiency and Silk Touch. Could have done without the Silk Touch, but okay. That'll do it for me. Testing. Okay, so slight problem here, actually more than a bit of a slight problem. Basically, I recorded this episode after making some changes to my computer, and after I made those two changes to my computer, I had to go back, and I updated Bandicam, and I forgot to tell Bandicam to listen for the sound of my voice. So, this episode, for the remainder of it, is entirely devoid of my natural commentary, which is a bit of a problem. Kind of makes things different. Puts me in a really weird, unusual perspective here, watching my own video while I talk for the first time, rather than editing the video while I listen to myself speak. It's, oh, right, supposed to be commenting on what's going on the screen. So for right now, of course, we're still building the slime farm, and I'm just telling something about, you know, you want to find an area where there's a lot of slime chunks condensed into just a few, just a small area of chunks. So I think with this one, I have like 6 slime chunks in an area of 25, which is really nice. Actually, it's like 8. And I use a tool which is provided in the helpful download link to accomplish this. So you can check that out for yourselves and see just what's happening here. I like this adventurous music, it's kind of nice. part of my volume. I have to be listening to the natural sounds while I record this, so it makes it a little annoying at times. Anyway, the area where this slime camp is located is far to the northeast. So when I brought out this earlier map of the central area, it's a little to the top right of that map. And you can see the way I've decided to go about making this slime farm is I want just a simple entrance structure, which I've made to look like a slime, or will make to look like a slime. And you go into this entrance structure, and that's almost like a mine shaft entrance down to the slime arena. And I say arena rather than slime trap because, well, honestly, that's basically what it is. It's a slime arena. So you go into this arena, and rather than having slimes be automatically killed for you, because I'm holding off some of the functions for that until I get better than wolves later. Yeah, I know, I'm always talking about it, but I want to use vine traps to have them fall floors below. Anyway, this arena is going to be built on level 36, so slime will just spawn there naturally. I'll light up this huge area after I dig it out, and I'll just be able to go down there and fight slime. And hopefully it'll work real nicely. That was one of the recent changes, is slime can spawn below level 40, where previously it was only very near bedrock. So that allows me to make the farm on only level 36. As you can see, making this slime proves to be a rather annoying task in vanilla without, using any cheats or whatever. Have to get all that wool, have to get all the dye. I mean, I have the cactus for dye, but not the wool. So thankfully I've been doing a lot of sheep slaughtering in recent episodes. And speaking of recent episodes, if you're wondering/worried when this situation is going to be fixed, when I'm going to be back to commenting as normal in the middle of the episode, that will be, unfortunately, it'll take till episode 41. And this is 37, so that means counting this, we have 4 episodes of impaired speech, so to speak. Although, I don't particularly mind this. I get to talk more. I like talking, And we have the song coming to an end. What now? Happy tunes. And I never normally get to say, like, oh yeah, this song is from X and this mood is Y and Z, but it's just kind of a nice change, Y and Z. So this is music from the game Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire, an old favorite. Doesn't get boring fast. Anyway, what on earth is my player doing now? Right, so using the typical spiral staircase arrangements. However, usually when you see me do it, I'm changing direction every 1 down. This time I'm leaving areas 2 flat, 2 by 1, if you look at that, because I'm going to want to come back eventually and... Oh, there's a stupid mistake. Why did I do that? Because the Silk Touch pickaxe threw me off. Really, at this point I'd been quite getting annoyed with the whole Silk Touch thing. Anyway, we've completed the staircase. No, we're still going down. Right, so as I was saying... No, we have completed the staircase. This has got to be level 36 now. So I'll be able to come back with cobblestone stairs and fix that staircase really easily. Now, whenever you're building a mob farm or a mob arena or anything like that in Minecraft, there are some parts which are simply bound to be tedious. And unfortunately this is one of those parts. You've got a heck of a lot of mining to do. Look at that pickaxe go. Look at all that Silk Touch smooth stone just being ripped out of the ground here. It was a long process. I mean, normally when I make a video for you guys, here we skip forward ahead. Ho. This is the first time in the series I've actually gotten to use TNT right here. So I just place that, and I'm hoping it'll make the job a little easier for me, and tell me if, maybe I should just go kill some more creepers and use TNT to finish the job. However, if I wanted it to be creating the cavern in the way that I've been creating the cavern up till now, I should have been placing the TNT 1 block further high. As you can see, it's tearing out the floor I'm standing on, and trying to damage me in the same process. So now we'll make an escape tunnel, just like we did back in the pyramid. Learned my lesson there, almost got knocked into the ground, almost fell a huge distance. Anyway, see what I mean? TNT just ripped up the floor there. especially where there was dirt, which has less resistance to it. So, apparently now I've come back, lighting more areas, getting a better start. Yeah. I don't know, this commentary thing is actually kind of fun. It's less multitasking, more. I don't know if I'd like to do it regularly, you all have to tell me that, but, you know, as a casual 4-episode deal, it's not too bad. See, here you start to see one of the first problems of digging out this massive area. The area of the chunks that I'm using is 80 blocks by 80 blocks by 3 high, which is quite a lot. I believe when I originally tried to calculate, I assumed it was like 64,000, which is only 100 full stacks. But, 6,400, mind you, sorry. But it's not. I forgot to account for this area being 3 high, which means it's actually 300 full stacks of smooth stone, supposedly. I don't think the final total comes out to quite that because, well, there are ores to mine and such. Anyway, basically I got bored of that. We headed back to the base. It's quite a long ways away, really. Oh, and there's the... Let's see, where are we? Yeah, we're just heading back to Grace Manor. Notice the shears in hand and the wool beside. I'm just killing more sheep to try to get that slime entryway running faster. Yeah. So we head back to the manor. Still see there's still a couple of issues left by the creation of this station here. And also, the thing with the dogs, I don't know what is up with that. It's gotta be some snapshot glitch. Whenever I leave the area of Grace Manor, the dogs that I tell to sit, you stop listening to me and they just do their own thing. Teleport to me and they're running again. Which really completely defeats the purpose of being able to have them sit in the first place. So let's see here. Yeah, get some more green dye going. Now what? Organize a bit. Gonna need a lot more green dye than that, though. In fact, I don't think I'm even done with the lime layer yet, right? Yeah, see? There you can see me going ahead, getting more bone meal, so I do have more lime dye. Put away the glass. And now we need the stairs, but where are they? There they are. Stone stairs for the staircase down. Also, here, I'm just showing off this real briefly. Right, that was the redstone clock. People who've worked with redstone clocks before know that when you leave the area, they tend to reset on you, which can be a bit of a problem. So what I did was I added a simple button which jump-starts the system and makes the... Ooh, that was too much lime dye. And makes the redstone clock start working again if you've been out of the area, which is really useful when I want certain applications running on that. And here we're back to the slime area again. Yeah, like I said, this is really not so bad at all. Well, if I can remember what direction to orient stone stairs in, that is. Let's see, we'll cook some cactus while we're here, and then we'll get lime dye and fix up the place more. So I was just working off like a simple picture of a slime on my desktop. I wasn't trying to be particularly elegant with it. Honestly, I was just trying to have a bit of fun, making a unique entrance to a new area. Takes some time though, you know? Build an infrastructure, fill it in. If it was a regular house, I'd be worried about windows and things like that. But it's not. So yeah, just going on, doing that little thing. But you know, we have video, we have commentary. It's not the end of the world. Ooh, although we do have spooky nighttime music now. The whole ridiculousness of the situation is kind of astonishing in a way. I'm listening to Pokemon music and commenting on Minecraft. Play that I made myself. Okay, so we're back down again. You can see one of the problems of making this big area, I never finished this thought earlier, is it's hard to get it ready beforehand because I want the torches in a nice specific order. once I actually get started, once I actually have the area clear. Until then, oh look, there's our first slime. Until then, it's hard to control the spawning of other mobs. Oh, but as you can see, I've got a couple of slime chunks nice and uncovered now, which is good. And just look at that. This is my right here is my first real experience fighting large numbers of slime. I've only come across a few strays in the past. And man, it kinda gets me, in a way. Alright, so we've come back after yet another break. I think this time I was working on the road system. Yeah, if you look there. And we're back inside again, and it's like the entire legions of the undead are chasing me. Goodness. That's crazy. Yeah, and really, really hard to control the spawning at this point. Thankfully, provided a nice temporary arena for fighting mobs. Okay, back in Grace Manor again, gathering supplies. Oh, no, they got me. I died. Right, and that was a tough one, but I recovered from it, and as you can see there real quickly, I got another CD. I finally convinced a skeleton to shoot a creeper, something I've been trying to do this entire series. So that brings a total up to 3 CDs, one from a dungeon, one from Montmartre, and one from the natural way. Still, the danger's kind of mounting here. The closer I get to having this pattern of torches filled in, the more it seems the last few mobs are fighting to keep their area. And if you look around, at some point I just got fed up with the whole Silk Touch thing, so I stopped mining resources for a little while. It was really getting to be an issue, because, you know, I'll use some pickaxe durability mining coal, and then I have to, like, smelt it, or break it again if I want to use it. Right. So we have Endermen, creepers, spiders. And that was the other problem with this area, was, besides being snuck up on by creepers all the time, is I started getting really, really sick of the... Don't know how that happened. I started getting really, really sick of the sword with knockback. Because I would shoot things, or I would hit things, and they would just, you know, kind of go flying away. Which made it harder to kill them, and if it was a thing like a creeper... Did you just set that slime on fire? I think I did. If it was a thing like a creeper, then, it makes it more difficult to finish him concisely. And we have another mass army of slime. It's a couple of areas of floating gravel in here, which... That's just a result of the hollowing out of lakes or something like that, using water buckets to get lakes. Can't quite remember. We're approaching completion though. Look at that. We almost got it. Almost filled up the whole place with torches. And as you can see, that does lead to getting slime. There's that floating gravel I was talking about. Anyway, I gotta deal with this area real quickly. It's interfering with the spawning of things because it's beyond my 80 by 80 area. So you can see I just kind of block it off. And more resources. And there's that gravel. Yeah, the main problem left with this is the torches on the ground slightly lowered my slime spawning, because, you know, slimes try to spawn, they want a 3 by 3 by 3 area. So first of all, it has to be one of their chunks, which this certainly leads to there being more slime spawns than other things in their chunks, which is good. But then if they try to spawn in one of the places where they would be setting themselves down is got a torch on it, that makes they have to restart again and wait to find an area that doesn't have a torch. So a change I came back and did later was I replaced these torches with glowstone that we got from the Nether in an upcoming episode. Ooh, spoilers. Whatever would we be doing going back to the Nether, Well, I guess we'll find out. Cool effect, though, isn't it? Just wandering around this hall, fighting slimes. Now, the one thing I'm just realizing, even just watching now, that I never have done yet, is light the area above the slime arena. I did fill in a cave, I forgot to mention that, which helps, but, Jesus, slime everywhere. But obviously lighting up the overworld means that slime will spawn as much during night as they will during the daytime, which you can't really tell, but I'm almost positive this is daytime, because when I go back at nighttime, of course, there are more mobs above, and therefore less slimes below. It looks like that's a wrap, though. Just light up this staircase a little bit, which is not, again, not something I usually do, but took special liberties since I was so happy after having completed this project, which took days and days, something like that. So there you have it. There's my slime episode. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Come back next time for continued commentary.